Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you stopped by. My name's Jim, and I'm a forex trader and a crypto trader. Been trading for several years and learning extensively how to trade. And I want to share the not so good lessons that I've learned along the way, as well as the trading lessons that have made me successful. So that's what you're going to get on this channel. You're going to get daily calls from Bitcoin and Litecoin, and you're just going to get lessons in trading and just how you can grow as a trader, so you don't fall victim to the market makers who know how to take your money very well. I know that firsthand. I have succumbed to their ways and learned them. Been studying very diligently. So I'm glad you stopped by and want to take a peek at Bitcoin and Litecoin this morning. Hey, just want to say thanks to all the subscribers. We hit 400 today and last night sometime, and that was pretty cool. I'm just really glad and humbled that you'd stop by and listen. It makes it fun to know that there are people out there listening to the effort that I'm putting in. So yeah, that's really awesome. So thank you. Appreciate that, and share the videos. I know that there's content here that'll help people, help their families, and keep you from making mistakes as you enter this trading world. So glad you stopped by. Let's jump into Litecoin so far. This is the hourly chart. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. That's not the point of these videos. I do want to help you learn how to trade, though, and read charts. So there you go. All right, so we're looking at Litecoin in the 1 hour chart. And we're looking here at the just the most recent activity. I'm still expecting another push down here. That's my expectation. Let's take a peek at this last move here. And measure it and see what it did. You can see that this last ABC came up to the one-to-one extension. Didn't surpass it. So we are looking at a corrective move there. We've got another move to the downside. The question is, what kind of move is it? Well, if I put the fibs on that guy, the question is, where do you put them? We come to the 1276. If I put them there, if I put them here, um, we just came to the one-to-one extension. Probably should continue on down. So we're bouncing off some fib levels that traders would be looking at right now, but most likely we're going to be coming down to the downside. You say, how far are we coming? Let's just do the 1 to the 2. Let's measure that and see how far. I think we're coming. That'll be the 3, the 4. We're probably coming down here to the $80, $82 mark, somewhere around there. Let's look and see what structure is telling us. Sorry, having a hard time getting the. So structure is telling us that we have a bottom here, a bounce potential right here at, what is that, about $83, $82. Usually we wick through it. We also have, let me get the RSI off my screen. There we go. We also have, here, let's move that guide down just a bit because we can be more technical. Yeah, it looks like about 80, 83.28. We've got a bounce potential. If I put another line here at the top of that wave, that's more like 81. So here's a region right down here that's a good bounce. Now, if price is coming down here, and it seems to be with almost certainty coming down, we've got to relook at. I want to look at this again and ask the question. Okay, what are we looking at here? Is this a WXY? Well, we have surpassed the 1276 of that. Let me measure that for you and just show you what I'm thinking. So we surpassed the 1276 way up here. Oh, I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong place. It's still morning hours, and I slept in this morning. Okay, we hit the 1276 and have passed it. We haven't passed the 1618, but man, um, it's looking beyond corrective here. So I think maybe my fibs are being measured from the wrong place, which tells me that this probably isn't a WXY. This was a failed fifth wave, a truncated fifth wave, and that we actually started down for a 1-2, and that this is the third wave of a five wave down move. Now, I want to talk to you about it. That is just a potential, okay? And so what we're doing as Elliott wave traders is considering the fib relationship of the waves plus Elliott wave theory rules, and we're saying, okay, what are we looking at here? And we're interpreting what we have to make good projections, okay? What I'm sharing with you right now, modeling for you, is valuable information. You can see how we just bounced off the 1276 here at 89. We had a lot of buy and sell action here. We had a lot of action around the one-to-one extension as well, and so you know why you're getting these bounces here, because traders are looking. But we're definitely we're coming down. We might get a little bounce down here, but you know what? We're probably going to get a bounce reaction right here at this $82 mark. We're probably going to get a larger bounce, and this is going to be our four wave. And so most likely, let's see, actually, let's make sure that I'm counting that right. We got one, two. Um, Actually, this could be an A wave followed by a B wave. No, it still wouldn't. It still wouldn't work. It has to be a one, two, one, two, three. Finishing up the third wave, and then maybe we're gonna go uh, up for four here. The fourth wave. That's the best I can. Wow, this structure is very difficult to look at. This right here is making it tricky to just look at and understand that structure right here, because this looks like a clear five wave. Oh, we got a one, two. Let's see, a one, two, three, four, five. It's in there. Then we've got a three move to the upside, and then we've got this is a one and a two, but then we got another one, two behind it. So we got a one, two, and then we got three, four, and this is making the fifth wave. So that's a fifth wave of a third. If that's the case, y'all, this is very, very, very bearish. If I'm interpreting this correctly, and I may not be interpreting it correctly, so understand that this could simply be an A, B, C, and we simply yeah, it could be an ABC. This might be a double correction itself, ABC, and then we've got another ABC. Just the problem is we need to stop here. We need to stop here before the 1618. We need a good bounce if we're going to be bullish at all in our mindset right now. We need a good bounce off of this 80 $80 mark. You know, we really need a good bounce. Our let me put our yellow line of death right down here at the we'll put it at $77 or so. If we go beyond $77, guys, we are very bearish, very, 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 very bearish. Now, chances are we'll be finishing, but we'll have a move up and then another move down to the downside. But man, this is really challenging to see. It just seems relentless. Now, this may be just pretending to come down more. We may get a bounce here. If we get a bounce here, it'll make more sense from an Elliott wave perspective, because then I would have one, two. This would be a clear three, four, and then we'd come down for five. It would be finished. We would have a finished ABC, and I would feel a lot better. It would look a lot better. So I would really like to see that. It would make more sense considering what's going on. So I'm kind of leaning into hopes and dreams here. We got an A, a B, and a really deep C, and that doesn't break this area. And then that wave count for the that C would be one, two. All this is three, coming up for four, and then we're gonna finish for a five like that, something like that. And that's what I'm looking for. So don't be fooled by this, what's going to look like a reversal. It's going to be a nice trade. Don't get me wrong. You want to trade that, but I don't think it's going to be a reversal. So I'm looking for an entry point here. If we don't make a lower low and we start reversing, how do you know that we've reversed? I would say if we come back up to the $90 range or so, 91, a definite reversal is $92. I just like to enter in better places than that. So if I see some signs of reversal on the 1 minute chart, if I see a five wave to the upside, in the 1 minute chart, and I do watch the 1 minute chart. And I'm not saying that you should necessarily, but you need to really be knowing what you're doing watching the 1 minute chart. I don't recommend it, but that being said, if I personally, I like to get in my entries down here at the bottoms. That way, I've got a clear stop. I've got a clear stop. You get in at the top of a wave, you get stuck. And I'm doing a video on psychology, just market psychology, and things that they will get you on if you're not careful. And so that's coming in my tutorial series. I'm really taking my time making those. Just hang on for those; they're coming. I'm going to start releasing them this week at some point, just one every so often, and we'll get them going. I've just got to have time to make them. We're doing community theater here. We're doing a Broadway show. Anything goes here, and I'm one of the leads in it with my wife. And it just I spend 3 or 4 hours a night practicing there, so I just don't have as much time and energy right now to get these things done. So let me make sure I just kicked my cord here and make sure I'm still recording. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is really looking like it wants to come to the downside. So if it does break this low, I'm looking for a bounce here at 82, 82 to $81. That's where I'm looking for entry for a nice four wave. That's what I'm expecting, guys. And then I would see another push to the downside to finish this ABC. That's what I'm leaning into, and that's what I'm thinking. Let's go to BTC and see what we're seeing there. All right. So yesterday I said we have a potential here of a triangle. I I guess still that is a potential, but it's really not that great of a potential in my opinion. This three wave is this is looking three wave-ish, and so that's what you need to see in a triangle. You need to see a three wave, every wave needs to be three. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So 1 2 3, and so is that three waves? The only problem is that is just a very shallow wave, and I think the market makers know this. This right here is just so tricky to interpret. It's just a very difficult part of the chart to interpret because it doesn't look like a two wave. It's so shallow, and it also doesn't look like a B wave. It is a wave. No, there's no doubt about it. But what is it? What is it? My guess is that this is actually an A B, and then we've got a 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to come down for the fifth wave here, most likely. So yeah, I'm thinking, or this might be a 1 2 3 4 5, and this is just a big ABC. The only problem is I just don't think it's deep enough. But that being said, it is coming down slow, a slow trudge, and so it might not break this low at all. It might just come on up, but I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, guys. I'm having a really hard time with this. So let's just talk possibilities, just so you understand, because that's when you don't know what. Oh, sorry. Not that I ever know what's going on, but sometimes, the other day, I mean, I was just telling you guys this thing is coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, and I just knew it. Um, but what's going to happen here? Let's measure this wave and see what we've got. We haven't even made it to the one-to-one extension yet. Still expecting that $9,600 that I've been calling, and the 1276 is 9,000. That's the one-to-one extension of this wave right here, and the 1276 of this wave. Now, if I measure, if I'm so I'm still kind of looking for this trend line hit down here, at least to 9,600 or 9,700 in that ballpark. I would say that's a first landing point. Let's watch what price does there. The other wave we need to measure is this to this. Um, haven't hit the one-to-one extension there. The one-to-one extension there is a $9,000 mark. And then we have the 1276 at 78, 7,900. So if I get my fibs right, it's about 78 something. Yeah, $7,800. So that corresponds with the structure area down here. It would make sense that we come down to structure and find support and continue going. It would also make sense. Let me throw the 100 moving average on the screen here. Let's see if I can get it. Um, let's go to the weekly chart. Um, let's have the daily. Yeah, it would also make sense that we find support at the 100, or even let's see where the 200 is. Oops, sorry. I don't use moving averages a whole lot, but Alessio Rastani made a good point today that on the weekly and the daily charts, we find support on the 1 and 2, and I kind of agree with him on there. So yeah, that's not looking good at all as far as helping us here. The 100 would be a better one. Anyway, I don't keep them on my chart a whole lot, and that's why I wasn't really even prepared to talk to you about that. But watch Alessio's video on that. He's got a good point as far as the moving average. The moving averages will find good support down here somewhere, and that corresponds with a $9,000 Bitcoin or a $7,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So I'm still this just looking at this. You can tell that it really needs to kind of come down and touch this trend line and keep on rocking. That's most likely my first guess here. Now looking at it again, let's go back to the 1 hour here, and let's just see if we can do something with this wave right here. This is what everybody had kind of freaked out with yesterday. It looked like it was just going up and up and up. It only wicked the 1618 yesterday. You can see that it only wicked it. So that's just a market maker play, guys. This is a corrective wave, in my opinion. It's corrective. Now we may get a larger correction. It may be A, B. This might be an A wave followed by a B and then a C, but it may come on down and make a lower low. That's what I'm expecting. It's just going to be a slow trudge on down, much like this was here. So yeah, I'm expecting more to the downside. I'm not looking bullish right now at all. I admit it's always a potential, but I just don't think that's where we are. So yeah, let's wait and see if I'm right. And any naysayers out there that don't like bull guys, I'm not a bull guy, guys. I'm not bullish because I want to be. I'm bullish because I want to protect your money and mine. And the chart is telling me it's bullish, and so I'm not just gonna. I'm not a moon boy for sure, but I'm just a neutral boy. Okay, I'm just a realistic boy. So that's what you're gonna get here, just honest feedback. And listen, I need to know. I don't want to guess and play with my money just because I hope. I don't trade on hope. I trade on what the chart is showing me, and the chart is showing me more downside, guys. I'm just seeing more downside. Um, Now, again, another possibility. I just don't think I'm not feeling it, but it's certainly possible. We could be going up here to make this triangle, so could be coming back to this trend line up here, and then back down, and then we're gonna make a break to the upside. If that happens, guys, that's very bullish. Okay, that is a bullish signal. So be aware of that. Just looking back at Litecoin, it's backed off a little bit of its power move that it was making a minute ago. That doesn't mean anything. They do that all the time. You want to talk about a real jerk move they did yesterday? I was really ticked off about it because it shook me out of my trade. Uh, I was expecting price to come up just a little bit higher. Had a stop, had a sell order up here, and then all of a sudden it tanked. It tanked. It tanked. It got down to $88. I ended up selling my position at $90 to protect some profit, and then they just jacked it back up. You talk about frustrated. That made me so mad. I didn't jump back in, obviously, and it came back down. But man, that's just a jerk move that they did. Didn't like it a bit, but that's what they do, and you got to be ready for that kind of stuff. All right, well, there's your market update for today. Hey, show some love in the comments, would you? Like, subscribe, share the video, Reddit or YouTube. If you not YouTube, don't share it on YouTube. I'm sharing it on YouTube, but share it in Reddit or in Facebook or wherever you have a constituency of friends that could benefit from this information. Also, want to invite you to the Litecoin swing trading community right here. You have to see. I've got one person that wants to join the group. If they haven't answered 3 questions, we don't allow them entry. So make sure you answer the entry questions. This is a great group of traders of all skill levels. We've got some seasoned traders as well as some swing traders as well as day traders, and as well as just people trying to learn. And so you'll learn a lot from us in this group, and we've got about 455 members, and it's a good group of people, so I want to invite you along here as well. All right, you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.